It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Diablos and the Bills on Thursday night.
On a gorgeous late summer afternoon, it's time for football from Bills Stadium in Orchard Park, New York. The folks in Buffalo love their Bills, and a moment ago they entered to the delight of this sold-out crowd. They're set for football as their Bills will do battle with their opponents. Hello, everybody. Brandon Gardner alongside, as always, my partner, Charles Davis. Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? This one taken just inside the 10. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. But that's got to be so disappointing for a defense. You force the fumble, think you got a chance at a turnover, and instead, not only do you give up the football, you also give up a touchdown as well.
Yeah, you just think to yourself, you've done all the hard work, right? You forced the fumble, but when they didn't come up with it, I think they relaxed a little bit or maybe lost their focus as well, and it ended up turning out to be a touchdown against them.
Will Lutz on for the point after. And it's good to make it 7-0. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. From the 6. And able to get this out to the 25. So here come the Bills on offense for the first time. Leading the charge under center will be their 6'5" quarterback, Carson Wentz.
And when you look at him, you see that he's got all the tools you want in a quarterback. The big frame, the quick release, strong arm, has escapability. The issue sometimes, tries to do too much instead of just taking the throws that are available to him, and occasionally turnovers get him into trouble.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. These are his numbers from last week's contest. A boatload of carries, 121 yards, and a touchdown.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know, he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
Second down, they go right back to Cook. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Now Wentz on third down. He completes this to Russell Gage. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. The Bills send the punter out. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. They will be led out by the Heisman Trophy winner from 2018, drafted number 1 overall the subsequent year, Kyler Murray.
And he said he was feeling good in the lead up to the season, and he proved it in a big way in Week 1 with 4 touchdown passes. Had the offense moving at peak efficiency right at the start of the year. Awfully impressive.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. They'll run with a big back, A.J. Dillon. The numbers for him from a week ago, a boatload of carries, 104 yards, and a score as well.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know, he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Murray flips his forward on a jet sweep. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 4 yards remain for second down. Now Murray. And his throw is incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. Murray now to throw. That's complete out right to the tight end, Trimble. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you, and you know what else you're looking for?
What's that? Who
are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Murray to air it out again. He dumps this off to Dillon underneath. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Looking to throw again on second down. Murray. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. They'll try and run for the first with Dillon. And he will have a first down here at about the 40.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Murray now on 1st down. There's Trimble, the tight end. Unable to corral him. He fights through. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. Dillon now on 1st and 10. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Murray going to throw. That caught by Trimble. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 15-yard line. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Murray flips his forward on a jet sweep. He will push his way down to about the 14. On 2nd and 9, Murray. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Now Murray again. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. And Lutz's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
From the 6. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. So here come the Bills out for their second drive.
Now, they were winners in the season opener Sunday. Now they get the quick turnaround game here on Thursday night. But, CD, you say this is an ideal setup for them. Why?
Well, it's just the way the schedule lines up because everyone's got to play a Thursday game, and that's because of competitive balance. So, let's face it, would you rather play week 2 when you're still relatively fresh and excited about the season? Or week 15 when you've had a season's worth of bumps and bruises to factor in, and who knows what your record might be at that time as well? You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
One play has them up past the 40 already and another 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Wentz. Rush coming, and he's taken down. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss. They said there was a lot of discussion in their defensive team meeting room after last week's performance. They had 7 sacks. Something in the water. There's one in the first quarter.
A lot of discussion, a lot of excitement because now everyone wants to get involved with this. Who's going to continue that process? Who's going to get to the quarterback this week? But they have to be careful. When you have that much pressure, they want to use it against you. Draws, screens, those types of plays.
We'll see if they do that. Throwing on 2nd and long. Wentz. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Wentz. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And oh, it'll be intercepted.
Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed.
So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake. But I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive.
They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
On 4th down, on is Corey Bajorquez to punt. Back deep is T.Y. Hilton. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And looking up into the sun, he's able to make the fair catch inside the 20-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
Back now on offense, the Buffalo Bills.
The result's not great thus far. A punt on the first drive and an interception last time out.
Now, let's face it, every team wants to come out on the field and play with some confidence, play with some tempo, play with some rhythm. And when you're making those types of mistakes, you're not getting any of that put together.
So what do you say, time to get back to the basics for them?
In a lot of ways, yes, but the biggest one, of course, is finding people who will take care of the football and make a few plays. You got to have a drive now that calms down the entire team.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
So a costly penalty yardage-wise, as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. On 2nd and 9, Wentz.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
The drive starts with a carry by Dillon.
And he'll push his way forward to about the 32.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. From the gun, it's Dillon.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. This defense for the Bills, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
Here's Murray. He'll check this down, complete to Dillon.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Nothing to score after 1 on EA Sports. On to the second quarter. Mexico City in possession.
They bring their punter out there now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
Here's Carson Wentz now and the rest of his offensive unit heading onto the field. He and his team, they have had a rough go of it here in this first half. Maybe time for him to put his foot down here in the second quarter.
Put his foot down and become a little more accurate throwing the football. He's already thrown 2 interceptions. He's trying to find a way to equal things out. And instead of it going to the opponents, get it to his own receivers and find the end zone.
Yeah, you mentioned those 2 picks. No touchdown passes yet either.
On 2nd and a couple. Wentz.
Now he'll escape to his left. And he'll even avoid the contact in the end as he will finally slide to a halt. A big gain there for the Bills.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Wentz going to throw. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got the step on him. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
On 2nd down, Cook. Down to about the 22 here. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Now Wentz. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. And he's going to have a Bills 1st down, and comfortably so as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard.
Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
First trip to the red zone for the Bills. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. Cook on the toss left. A little juke. A tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. 2 yards left on 2nd down from the 9. To throw, it's Wentz. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. They'll run it. Here's Cook. A nice little juke. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Dalvin Cook, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bills go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Well, they were looking to pick up the first down on 3rd and short. They got a little more than they bargained for, finding the end zone as well.
And oftentimes in short yardage situations, you get a lot of defenders stacked near the line of scrimmage, partner. So if you can get past that first wave, there's usually room to roam, and he found it.
Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it's capped off by the touchdown run coming from Dalvin Cook. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. From the 10. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
It's a big one now. It's a big one.
Out is Mexico City now to go on offense. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. It's complete to Brown, right side.
All right, just call the call. We're going to play. Come on now.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Second down, Murray sets to throw. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and a mile. Throwing now is Murray. And this one is incomplete. So they bring out their punter, standing just outside his own goal line. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. We'll call that a 49-yard punt with a return of just 2. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And you see Dalvin Cook and the offense heading back out. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. On play action, it's Wentz. Under pressure, and down he goes. Peyton Turner just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. Here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
The Bills on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Working from the gun, Wentz. Under pressure, they got him again. It's Jeffrey Simmons that time who got in to record the sack. He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
The Bills send the punter out as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He juked him. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. Out is Mexico City now to go on offense. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. And despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
3rd and 15 coming up after that loss of 2.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll even avoid the contact in the end as he will finally slide to a hole. A big pickup there on the scramble.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a 1st down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They give to Dillon out of the gun. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. On the handoff, this is Dillon. And he'll be close to a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 18-yard line. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 3 for 7 so far in this game. Here it's 3rd and 2. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up 1st downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. And now Murray's going to set up to throw. That's to Waddle on the quick slant. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7 our score. Murray now. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Kyler Murray, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Diablos are able to widen their advantage. Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
Oh, Davis from the top rope. I like it. Lutz will look to add the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7. That time, a 9-play drive. And the play that polished it off was the touchdown run by Kyler Murray. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. It's time for our player spotlight right now as we get a look at Carson Wentz. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground. But that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward. First down now, but that clock rolling. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Shotgun now for Wentz. And this is going to be incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those.
And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. Out is Mexico City now to go on offense. They've had a very solid first half, and as we near the end of that first half, they're just looking for a little more on top of their lead right now.
And when you put together a game plan on offense, you put together what you think is going to be the best possible scenario, right? Hey, we're going to score. These are the plays that are going to do it. But you also put together your counters, meaning after they make adjustments to what you're doing, what do we have to go to next?
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Exactly. So I can't wait to see if we come out of the half, how they're going to go about doing things. Do you just keep running what you ran before, or do you go to your counters expecting those adjustments to happen?
Before that, we'll see the end here of this first half. Back to the air on 2nd down, it's Murray. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it's caught. Touchdown. Devin Duvernay, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Diablos are able to add on to that lead. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
And you can see in the next-gen stats, that one 62 yards in the air. Lutz to try to add the PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Bills going to take over now late in this first half. And with a 3-score deficit staring him in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive.
On first down, Wentz. That's to Cook out of the backfield. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. From the 29, Wentz. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Wentz now on first down. Over the middle, complete. It's Cook. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29.
Well, this offense will definitely utilize him as a weapon out of the backfield because he was close to 100 yards receiving a week ago. So they will try to get him the football in space as they did right there.
Wentz to throw again. Got a man and he hits him in stride. A final shot before half for Wentz. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a moment. But first, the NFL season is in full swing. Let's show the good folks what we've got in store for us later this weekend here in Week 2. Some good-looking matchups on your screen there. One of the best, yeah, I'll say it, it's in Cleveland. A big test there for the Browns as they'll be forced to reckon with the Atlanta Falcons. Lots to look forward to in the late afternoon window as well, one being a late start in Foxborough, where it'll be the Patriots taking on the New York Jets. And then one more to highlight, Monday Night Football. As folks, you'll see a good one between the Tennessee Titans and the Kansas City Chiefs. We'll move on now to check out the next-gen stats in that first half for our home team. And even though they've got the big cushion, I would imagine they'd like to see a little more out of their passing game. Pretty pedestrian numbers through 2 quarters of play. Meanwhile, for the Bills, they did not have quite the same amount of success in the passing game that their counterparts did, as you get a look at the numbers there.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter.
They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
You know, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them. Every move they make works.
And they take him down. The Bills get to him.
Cameron Jordan so tough to block as he gets in there to record the sack. A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there.
Murray with a 3rd and long. He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is caught inside the 15. It's a big play there on 3rd down.
Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
And this offense has really just been humming all game long. So to me, they're just saying, we want to finish this one off in the third quarter so we can coast home in the fourth. And this is just a tremendous play. Something we've seen time and again from this offense.
And that throw, amazingly, well over 70 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats. Wow.
From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. Buying time to his left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Murray. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half.
They just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that pay off in points?
They need to, partner. They're down on the scoreboard. Need to take advantage of those opportunities, and this is a good one right in front of them.
They'll run on first down. Cook. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Again, it's Cook. Oh, look at the juke. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They fake the give. Now Wentz. Throw right side complete to Carter. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. From the 29, Wentz. He's got his tight end over the middle, TJ Hockenson. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Throwing on first is Wentz.
They're going back to the same well. It's Hockenson again.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. They're going to run this with a tight end. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Now Wentz on third down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it'll be a turnover. This is going the other way. Holding on to the football becoming a little bit of an issue. He had 2 fumbles last week, remember.
I played for a guy that used to talk all the time about creating turbulence in the pocket, making the quarterback jumpy, make him antsy, keep getting after him a little bit, and make sure he thinks about holding on to the ball because you're going after him.
Following that fumble recovery, it's Murray. Over the middle here to Brown. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Throwing again on 2nd down. Murray. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
from the gun on 3rd down, Murray. There's Trimble, the tight end. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Let's go! That's another beautiful throw right there. Gets it to his man right in stride. And I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm. They've been sharp. They've been on it. And they pick up another first down there.
Play action. Now it's Murray. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Murray again, 2nd and 10. And this one's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Murray going to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for the touchdown. A.J. Dillon, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Diablos are able to extend their lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead is now 24. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? Yeah, this incomplete. He tried to check it down to his running back and nearly had the ball picked. But the passing windows are just not there. And that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. Out is Mexico City now to go on offense. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so. I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Murray flips his forward on a jet sweep. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Murray to throw on 3rd and 1. That caught by Trimble. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
At first glance, I thought he just used his size in order to win the route, but he also had a little subtle move in there as well. Made the defender think he was going one direction and was able to track the ball in another.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
They'll run a toss here with Dillon.
Breaks and shutting him off. Now open field. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
61 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles. Gain some additional yardage.
Play fake. Murray.
Throw going to be caught left side here by Granson.
Not much there, only a yard.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And finally out of bounds all the way down at about the 2. And they rattle off a big one.
Frankly, I don't know that this defense knows what to do anymore. Just look at their body language out there. The passing game has absolutely been relentless throughout.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And it's caught. Touchdown.
Tommy Trimble
there to make the grab.
And the Diablos are pouring it on. So I tell you what, Charles, I know that you don't put a ton of stock into power rankings and things of that nature, but another score here, and 2 weeks into the season, this is maybe the most impressive team in the NFL. Would you agree?
Well, they've certainly sold me as they've sold you, and I agree with you. No question about it. They won easily last week. They're on their way to another lopsided victory here. They're definitely a team to be reckoned with, and they are serving notice to the rest of the league.
Lutz with the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. So this drive spans 7 plays. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Takes it at the 7. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Buffalo offense back out ready to go.
These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That catch good for only a couple. From the 29, Wentz. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. After the play, not a good sign. Dalvin Cook staying on the ground. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now Wentz. Being chased out left. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. The Bills send the punter out as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Buffalo. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit. Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Now a handoff to Dillon, and he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry. The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6. On the handoff, Dillon, and he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. On third down, here's Dillon, and he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
And they have just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks, and now here's a tackle behind the line.
And they'll send out their punter now. He's been terrific so far. A big kick, 50 yards that time with a return of 4. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
The Bills offense back out onto the field. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest.
Wentz now on first down. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. To throw again on second down. Wentz. And Brate, the tight end's got it.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Wentz.
And once more for Hilton, and this time complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. Wentz to throw again. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack.
Peyton Turner able to record his 5th sack of the season. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational, CD. That is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
Working from the gun, Wentz. And that is incomplete.
It just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way.
On Wentz is intercepted yet again. Picked off by Andre Sisco.
And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
Out is Mexico City now to go on offense. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. They'll begin the drive with a run by Dillon. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Murray. Quick slant to Brown. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, partner, nothing but praise from me for this offense. They have been tremendous all night long. They knew what they had to do to unlock the defense. And let's face it, this has been a master class in offensive football that we've been here to witness.
It's our time. Check 93's a move. Let's go one more.
On first down, Dillon. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
On 2nd down, another run for Dillon. 91 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. On 3rd down, Dillon. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Could not have thrown that out there any better. When the ball hit the ground, I thought it might go into the end zone the way it was angling, but perfectly jutting out at the 1.
You think maybe what we saw in practice came into play there? You know, he put those big cans down on the sideline and angled for them and shot for them. Looks like it worked out pretty well for him, too.
Two times. Even. Hey, check Mike 45. Check Mike 45. Here we go.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly.
And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Now a play fake. Wentz.
A throw for Thielen once again. This time it's complete.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Wentz going to try and throw on 3rd. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's fourth.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. But after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
The Bills send the punter out as he'll come on to kick for a sixth time tonight. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Now a fair catch taken, maybe a yard or two shy of midfield. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. They'll run on first down. Dillon. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it can be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Again, it's Dillon.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
103 yards rushing now for the ball game on 24 carries. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
We got three, fellas, we got three.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors, and it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the 2nd half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for our visitors, it's a dream start. 2 wins in 2 early road games. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face the Panthers next week. Meanwhile, for the Bills, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins.